Okay, great. So starting from here, I'm not sure what is the error. It clearly says that it is in different region, but I thought we selected the same region, hence I did not spend any time to troubleshoot this, right? I just left it.
So Yael,
Troubleshooting would have taken more time, so I did not to do any troubleshooting on this. Right? So let's leave that. The other thing I did, I just created another bastion, which was done successfully, and now we should be able to take a remote to one of our instances. Right? We can do that. It is available, readily available. One more thing which we could have done, or which we could do, which I'm doing already. Let's say that if I have to take remote to this one, right, using private IP. So there are two methods. One is we learn about networking, etc., that we are going to do whenever we start networking segment. We'll do that later. But the another option is that I can have one more machine, similarly like Bastion. Bastion, what is it? It is a jump server, right? Who is configuring this for you? Azure is doing it for you. Similarly, we can do manual thing also. So what I have done, I created one more machine. I created the machine using same virtual network, and this virtual machine has a public IP. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take RDP to this virtual machine. We can do this easily using Bastion. Our Bastion is ready, but I'm just sharing another approach with you, that what we could have done or what we could do in such cases, where let's say that we are not able to take RDP to the machine from any other network. So we can use some other machine which is in the same virtual network. So I created another machine. It is not a part of virtual machine scale set, nothing. It is just a dedicated simple machine to which I log in now, and I'll show you. And here I'm using public IP, fine? Because this machine has public IP. What is the issue? My instances, they do not have public IP. That is the issue. So here I'm trying to log into this machine. Let me show you this practical completely, and then you will understand it. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Uh, I'm logging into this machine. This is a machine which I have created just for the remote purpose, RDP purpose. So from this machine, I can take another machine's remote. That is what I thought while creating this machine. And you will see this. This is called jump server. Same thing Azure has done for you in terms of Bastion. Understand one thing, guys, whenever you see a PaaS service, platform as a service, there you don't have to create a server and configure all these things, right? That does not mean there is no server. I told you already, even a serverless architecture and these services, they will have the server behind them. But when you're using them as a PaaS service, so you are not creating that server, you are not responsible for that server. Similarly, we are doing the same thing, be it Bastion or a jump server. The only difference is that in jump server, I'm deploying a server, I'm using that server manually to connect to other machines. In Bastion, Azure is doing it on behalf of you, and Azure is just giving you one platform. And using that platform, you are able to connect to your machines which are not on public IP. So Bastion and this is exactly same thing, but Bastion is the uh, PaaS version of it, platform as a service, where server and everything is being created by Azure. You don't even know at the background what server they have created, what all settings they have done. Here I am deploying a server and I'm doing it. And from this, what I can do, I can take the remote of other machine. Now, which IP do you use when you take, let's say in Bastion, if I'm taking this one, am I using public IP? The machine which I'm trying to connect, does it have any public IP, this instance? I mean, this is the whole point where it started, right? If it had a
uh,
public IP, we won't be doing anything. So it doesn't have any uh, public IP. So now if I want to take RDP of that instance, which IP should I be using, guys?
private IP
Private IP.
because they are in same network.
Yes. It's a private IP. I don't have an option to use public IP. It has to be private IP because your instance only has one private IP. So let that instance appear and I'll capture the private IP. And I'll show you one more thing, that I have hosted one website on that particular server. Let's see if that website is accessible or not. You guys will not be able to do it because there is no public IP on that particular server or on that particular instance. But from here, let's say it is an inside website we are talking about. Right? So I'll try accessing that website using the private IP. Again, it is working slow for some reason. I think I remember the IP of that. Let's try 172.16.0.4. Yes, this is the IP. It is still yet to appear, but I remember the IP, hence I'm using it. So look at this. What did I do? I created a jump server. I logged into that jump server. And why are we doing this? All this jump server? Because our instance, which we are using in VMSs, they do not have public IP. Otherwise, if it had public IP, you guys could have easily tried this using your own browser. But you can't do it because you guys are in different network. And this machine VMSS, it is in different network. So what did I do? I created a jump server. This jump server I was able to log in because it has a public IP, right? Jump server. So I was able to log into the jump server. And obviously it has private IP also. I hope this is clear to all of you by now that just because some server has private public IP, it doesn't have private IP. That is not the case. It will always have a private IP. So this server on which I am logged in, it has a public IP. So I can access that from outside, but at the same time, it has internal IP also. So it is in the same network with this machine. So you can take RDP or access the uh, browse the website or anything. This is the reason it is called jump server. It is a bridge between the outside network and inside network. Same thing Bastion does for us, but Bastion has limited uh, options, like it can't check website everything. When I'm on server, I can obviously check websites also. Yes, someone was asking some question, guys. Okay, let me do one more thing, and then you guys can will have 5 minutes to take questions. What am I doing now? I checked the website. It is okay. But what was our main purpose to do all this practice? It was to increase the utilization of that instance. Right? Now look at this. I'm able to take RDP. On which server I'm going, guys? Anyone? On which server I'm taking the
VMSS.
RDP? Yes, the
VMSS.
instance, the first instance of VMSS. There's only one, but instance number 0. I'm taking RDP from a server where I have taken RDP. That's completely fine. I've taken RDP to this server, and using this server, I'm taking RDP here. They're still not appearing. I'm taking the RDP of this virtual machine scale set instance. So if I click on this, and if I go to instances, can you see? This is the machine I'm talking about. Session 12-VMSS 0. This is the virtual machine I'm working on. This is the virtual machine where I want to take remote. This is the IP I used, but I can't access this from my laptop because this is private IP, right? I needed a public IP. This is a private IP. So what I did, I went to another machine, and from that machine, taking RDP to this one. So this is my instance, which is there in VMSS. Is this clear, guys, to everyone till here?
Yes.
Okay, now look at this. If I right click and click on Task Manager, I'm showing you this practical because I'm not sure how many of you will do it. Decrease, you will be able to do it easily. You just have to start with for machine, keep the condition, and just keep staring at the screen. After 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you'll automatically see the decrease. Okay. But here we are increasing. What is the condition to increase the machine size, guys?
Average of 3 instances will be reaches 95%
No,
of CPU
no,
utilization.
no. 3 is incorrect word here. It's not average of 3. Average of whatever is available. How many instances do we have now?
Only one.
Only one.
One.
So even if this one crosses 95, it will create another one. There are two, then it will take average of two, right? So let's How much do you see CPU utilization?
About 30%.
Somewhere around 30, 32, whatever it is fluctuating. Okay. So now I have used one software. Using that software, I'm making sure, or I'm doing it artificially. I mean, it's not actually utilizing the CPU, but it is a load testing software. So now look at this. What is the utilization of server now? Utilization of CPU?
100.
And
100%.
100.
Now, will I have three instances immediately? What do you think if I go to my portal? Will I see three instances?
No,
no,
it
It will
will
wait for
increase
5
by
by
minutes.
one
1
by
or
one.
2.
Yes.
No, it will
So
wait for
let's
5 minutes.
go to instances and let's wait for some time. And now because I have jump server, I will be able to show you guys that new servers which are created, how it will automatically have this software, how it will automatically have my website and everything will be there. That is exactly what I wanted to show you. This is the reason we took a break. This is the reason I wanted to log into the instance. But normally you don't log into instance. Here we are doing some things for the understanding purpose. Normally you will have a load balancer in front of it. Utilizing the load balancer, you will be accessing the website. I didn't want to do the load balancer practical now because you don't have understanding on networking. Right? This is the reason we are doing it now. So let's wait for 5 minutes and you will see how many machines will get increased as per our conditions.
By 1.
1. 1.
No. Let's go ahead and
By
check the
2.
condition again.
No, we have selected
Two.
only one cell at the time of assigning that role.
Let's go to VMSS. So did someone say 2? Scaling.
Yes, I think we selected 2.
No, 1.
It's okay. The
It
point
was
here
1.
is not to remember. Point here, it's not to remember. It's to go ahead and check. It could be 1, it could be 2. That isn't the point. Why am I bringing this question? Because you should know how to go and check it, right? It should not that okay, I remember 1, I remember 2. That should not be the case. You should know where to go and check. That is the point. By the way, we'll be able to see here also, right? That's the different point. After 5 minutes, we'll see whether it is increasing by 1 or 2. But that's not the way you can answer in your interview, right? And you don't even have to uh, keep arguing with your interviewer. No, no, I remember you said 1 in the beginning. The first question you said 1. He'll say, no, I said 3. You said 1. Even with your client. By the way, with client, it will always be in writing. But that is not the method. What is the method? Fine, whatever was there, let's go ahead and check. So how to check that? The purpose of the question is how to check that. So you'll have to go to your VMSS, go under availability and scale, go to scaling. In this case, we are not doing manually, it is custom, right? We go ahead here and check. What does it say? It says the minimum should be 1. Now we know minimum is 1, default is 3, maximum is 10. Scale out, what does it mean? It is increasing. Scale in, it is decreasing. Scale out, when this VMSS CPU average goes 95%, it should increase by 1. When it goes below 50%, it should decrease by 1. Clear, guys? How to check it?
Yes.
So let's say if it is increasing, we still have time. Once it is created, can we change it? What do you think? Once it is created, can we change it? Yes, you can always change it.
Yes, we can change and update. Click on update
Yes, we
option.
can change it.
There is a reason I didn't do it too. First, let one get created and then I'll show it to you. It is time consuming. Obviously, we have to wait five minutes every time, but that's how it works. And that was the minimum. We didn't have an option to select it for 1 minute. We didn't have an option to select it for 2 minutes, right? So let's have a look at the first machine at least, and then I'll increase the number by 2, so we can have the other machines, other instances. So let the first one get created. I hope the utilization still there. Yes, utilization is still there. This is the remote window of that instance. 172.16.0.5. This is 0.4. This is the instance we have, and CPU utilization is 100%, which is obviously more than more than 95%, right? And we just have to wait for 5 minutes. I should have put a timer just to check, but it works. Don't worry. A minute here and there, 30 seconds here and there, but you will see how it is increasing. And more than that, we will see once the instance is ready, we will use the new instance's IP address and we'll check if the website is up and running. That is the core practical we are trying to do. What we need to see here, it's not only the server increasing, right? That we checked already in manual approach. What we need to see here is whether we are getting the exact image or not. What should it have? All my softwares, whatever was there in image. So in this case, I have that heavy load software that should be there. My website, which I have uh, installed on that server, that should be there. I mean, that is my application. That is the main reason why a user or a client is doing this uh, whole exercise, complete end-to-end practice, right? If it's just getting a blank server or maybe same configuration server, configuration means same RAM, same CPU, it's not useful. The useful part is it should have that website, it should have any software. In our uh, case, we have just one software, and that too for our purpose, we have kept that, right? But normally, whatever softwares I have in that server, let's say I have 5, 10 softwares, backup software, ports I have opened, everything, whatever it is, it should be exactly like that. Then only it is useful for me. Otherwise, it's not useful. So we won't change this number now. Let's wait. Yes, guys. Meanwhile, anyone has any question, any doubt, please feel free to ask.
So, Sohail, can we put virtual machine scale set in availability set?
Yes, we can. And let's go ahead and like have a look at that. As far as I remember last time, it was there. Uh, Anyone has availability set created? Oh, it's okay. You guys can give it a try. We have
I
enough
think
money.
Sana has.
Yeah. Good question though. Even I'm not sure about it up now. And guys, one thing, it keeps changing, right? So always make sure that you come here and check availability zone. No, the moment you select VMSs, do we have availability set option? No. No, so availability set is not there. Under availability option, you will always only see availability zone when you select VMSs here. So to answer your question, it's a no.
Okay.
And I still don't see. I think it is more than 5 minutes, right? Let's wait for 2-3 minutes more and we'll see. If not, we'll run it again. Yes, guys. Meanwhile, any other questions, any other doubts? This is fine. Everything looks good here. By the way, scale-in policy. It's not necessary that whatever you have kept, you have to stick to that. You can always change it. Productive chat, leave it. Run history. You can always come here and check that, sorry, how many instances were created, how many were deleted. Everything you can check here. Diagnose settings, etc. We are not seeing them. Yes, guys. Any doubts, any questions, please feel free to ask now. Unless till the time we are waiting for this to get created. If it doesn't work now, I'll go ahead and check and maybe we'll see it again. But this is how you see it. This is how you do it. This is how you don't literally go ahead and increase CPU. If your application's load is enough and if it is happening by default, then only it should work. You never go ahead and test this, but this is just for your understanding. Yes, any other questions, any other doubts? Okay. So if you guys don't have any questions, we'll go ahead with the next topic, which is creating virtual machine using PowerShell. We'll leave this as it is. We'll come back and see what's happening. And if it is not creating at all, then I'll go back and check the settings and everything. But now you also have an idea. If you want to create one, do this, do it at your own. Otherwise, at least create one. For sure I will assign a task where you'll have to create virtual machine scale set with a specific till now whatever we have created, it is not with specific, right? You're just creating maybe a time bound or manual scale, right? Here I'll give you the specific conditions that CPU should be this, minimum should be that, minimum should be XYZ, whatever it is, and I will check whether you guys have followed the same instructions or not. That will be a task for sure. Okay? So you will automatically see the decrease that I'll give you a task in the manner where you will see the decrease. You can just simply create and look at the screen, keep staring at the screen, and you will see the decrease in the number for sure. I don't have to see that. I will just go ahead and check your configuration. That should be enough. So decrease, you will see. Increase, hopefully we get to see it today. If not, I'll make sure to cover this tomorrow as well. But we have time today, so let's go ahead and cover PowerShell. And meanwhile, if it is working fine, it's good. Okay. So creating machine from PowerShell. Okay. Let's get started with that. Before, guys, again, any questions, any doubt?
Soil, what image did you select for the jump server?
That is in my subscription. You won't see it.
Okay.
I haven't shared it. It is shared, but with limited subscription, so you guys will not be able to see it. If you want, I can create one image for you using the same, but it's not required. I mean, decrease, you guys will be able to do it as it is, right? What you have to see, it's whether you have done the correct configuration. If it is decreasing, it will surely increase. About this one, not sure what is the issue. Very normal. Understand one thing, if everything was exactly plain and vanilla, then you won't have your job. Okay? If it was that simple that you just do click, 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 and it will work, no troubleshooting, nothing, then you guys won't have job. Even a developer will go ahead to a Microsoft document, read it, and do this. Okay? Errors will be there. We'll have to troubleshoot them. Right? So using that image, it's not necessary. Uh, If you want, you can download that software that I'll share with you, but I won't recommend to spend much time on that. No one will is going to ask you question on application configuration. Majority of the questions on VMSs will be around the policies, conditions, how does it work, what do you do, how do you do it, why do you do it, in which scenario it will be a best option, right? What is the scale in, what is the scale out, which
Okay.
machine gets deleted quickly, which one will get deleted later. So there you'll have to remember that we do have this option in scale in. These will be the major questions. But still, if many of you want, I will create one image over there also. So yeah, guys, any other questions before we move to PowerShell? The only thing pending here, it's the looking at the increase. If it works today, fine. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and check it again, and I'll show it to you tomorrow.
सोहेल भाई, हेलो।
Yes.
मुझे थियरी लिखने के टाइम पे उसके अंदर अवेलेबिलिटी जोन में दो ऑप्शन दे रहा था, एक जोनल और एक जोन रिड्यूटेंट।
Sorry, where?
थियरी है ना, थियरी
Hmm.
questions. Means when I put the question in chat GPT,
Mm-hmm.
it gave me some deployment models stating that you can use zone or zonal redundant deployment option
Hmm.
in ability zone.
Hmm.
वो कैसे करते हैं?
Don't worry. I told you. See, I told you guys we will not be doing everything in Azure. Not possible for us to cover, right? We have left so many options. Zone redundant is nothing in the same region if you're doing it in different zone. वो ये जो हम zone select कर रहे थे ना वही था zone redundant. This was your zone redundant. If I select multiple zone, that is zone redundant. If I go ahead and create a virtual machine skill set here, and if I select this one, this is now zone redundant. What do you understand by zone redundant? That if something happens to one zone, my applications will be running from another zone. Redundancy itself says high availability sort of thing. Okay. So if something happens to zone one, my machines are available, my instances are available in zone two. The moment I select this, it will start deploying your instances according to zone one here, another there. Then while deleting also, it will take care of that. That it's not deleting all the machines from one zone and keep all the machines in one zone. So this is zone redundant. And if I'm just selecting one zone, this is not zone redundant. Simple. It has one point of failure. If this zone is gone, this is gone. Simple. If I want redundancy, go ahead. One, two, three. This is zone redundant. This is not a zone redundant. That's it. If you're selecting multiple zone, your machines will be deployed in multiple zones. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, guys. Any other doubt? Any other question? Okay, we have only last 8 minutes in this session. Let's not start PowerShell today, right? Because I won't be able to finish. And there's something definitely wrong. I mean, it's more than 5 minutes now, and we should have seen a new machine. Let's go ahead and check. Let's try troubleshooting this while we have time. And you guys keep asking questions, whatever you questions you have. Right? And we'll stop today's session on VMSs. If it works today, well and good. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll start with this. We'll see the increment here, the increase how it works, and then we'll move ahead to the this one, a PowerShell. So the condition scale based on metrics, it is okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Minimum 1, maximum 10. Default is okay. So this looks good to me. Virtual machine skill set I've selected correctly. Matrix namespace, percentage CPU. If it goes beyond 9% average CPU, fine. Enable metrics done by instance count. It's okay, greater than 95, duration 5 minutes. Increase count by cooldown 5 minutes. Looks good, everything looks good here. Not sure what is the issue, right? We'll have to go and check the logs here. We'll have to do that, but it's okay. We don't have to worry about it. Our purpose here to check how it is increasing, how it is decreasing. I'll go ahead and do that troubleshooting. And if it is very easy, I'll let you know what was missing. If it is something difficult, let's leave it. You don't have to get into that now. Not all the questions will be related to VMSs, but it is important. Do remember all these things, that what all options do you have? You have time based, right? You have metrics based. Under metrics, what all option do you have? What do you mean by increase by? What is the maximum? What if client says that, okay, it should increase, but it should not go beyond 20, then which option will you be using? These are the major questions you guys are going to get.
So, Helbhai, can we check the CPU utilization of that VMSS machine from portal, like in metrics,
Yes, we can.
just to confirm if the CPU utilization is actually increasing here, right?
No, no, we can definitely check, and it is increasing. I have used this many times. Here, if you see something, see, even if you don't see it on the portal, and if you see something on OS, OS is more trustworthy. If you see your client says
Okay.
that my CPU utilization is 100 or 90%, my CPU is not working fine, and your Azure portal shows 30%, you're not going to trust your portal. This is this is the core of the information. If it is 100% here, it is 100%. Your Azure portal, it is just fetching the information from here. So if it there is any contradiction between portal and operating system, for operating systems resources, then you always believe on operating system. You go ahead and troubleshoot on the portal to check why is it not fetching real-time data. You don't go to clients stating that my portal shows 30%. I don't care what your operating system shows. No, it is always what your operating system shows, not the portal. So even if our portal it's not showing 100%, it should not pick it from there. I'll see to it what is it. But yes, that's a good idea. You can
Okay.
always check. But even if there is some discrepancy, I'll have to make sure that it follows this one.
Selva,
Maybe
is
I'll
it
just have
something
to
related
stop and
to quota?
no, I do have sufficient quota. That is the reason I created here in my this one. And even if it was in quota, when you go to instances, you will see one machine is being created, and then you will see the error that you do not have sufficient quota, and you will see something over there also. I'll stop the machine. I'll start it again. We have hardly 4 minutes. Let's see if we can do that. The machine is being stopped. I'll start the machine again. I'll run that again. And even if it is increasing, I'll share the screenshot with you guys. And tomorrow we'll do it again. Don't worry. It's not the screenshots. We'll do it again. See, it is stopping the machine. Though this is not the troubleshooting step you will do in your actual environment. Do you think it's a wise idea in a production server where you have already set up VMSs and you are expecting instead of one server you should have two, and now it is not increasing, and you tell client, let me stop your first server also? Do you think you should do that, or do you think
No,
you should say this in your interview? No, definitely not. This is
no,
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 we
our
no.
own
can't.
troubleshooting steps. I just want to figure it out what's happening. Okay? In actual environment, you will do some other troubleshooting steps. You'll check everything. If, by the way, here, what will you do in a production environment? It's not working, nothing, and client is just yelling at you. What will you do? As of now, my requirement is I need 5 servers up and running. My website should be working. You check your conditions, everything later. I don't care. I don't mind. I need 5 servers right away.
I can manually increase the
Create
servers
Yeah,
in
manually.
yeah. You
VMSS.
don't have to create anything. Simply just change this auto to manual, right? Change this, increase the number. Obviously not 267. Increase the number and save it. At least you will handle that situation. We could have done it easily here. I could have done this. I could have showed you that how this new servers are using the same web page and software, but it's not a big deal. I want to show you how it happens automatically, right? This you can do at your own also, but this is how you will think about your options, what we have been learning, right? So don't just keep forgetting the options. Always try to utilize. For example, you guys prompted Bastion. That was very good. Yes, we can use Bastion. Someone prompted the PowerShell script. Yes, we can do that. So keep utilizing your previous methods which we are learning in upcoming sessions also. That's how you will learn. So as of now, we'll stick to auto scale, and we'll try to see what's happening in auto scale. We'll try to fix this one. But in production environment, never ever go ahead and shut down the one and only machine which is running. Out of 1,000 requests, it is at least catering 900 requests. If you shut it down, you're losing all of them. So never ever do that. And I told you, we never shut down the server. In actual environment, you don't shut down the server at all. What I'm going to do, I'm going to restart the virtual machine scale set. Not only a virtual machine, I'm going to restart virtual machine scale set. Again, I'll log in and check. And if it works fine, I'll share the screenshot with you guys. Right? But tomorrow I'll show it to you again. And once that is done, we'll start with creating machine using PowerShell. Okay, we have 2 minutes left in this session. If anyone has any doubt, any questions, please do let me know. If not, we'll stop the session, guys. I'm not updating any questions today, not giving any task. Uh, People who missed the session, go ahead. Today we spent 2 hours, but very less things we have covered, right? So go ahead and watch the recording. Maybe you can use fast forward, but at least watch that what we were doing. People who missed initially, I saw some one of you, few of you were not there in first session. You are there in second, so at least go ahead and watch. You won't have to spend much time. So at least tomorrow you'll be on the same page. Fine, I'm stopping the session, guys. See you tomorrow at the same time.